ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡುವ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್. ಮೈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. A good science teacher and a mathematics teacher who trains you all for how to be prepared for 10th standard final examination. Yes, this is an era where the students are waiting for the final examinations. As you all know, there was no certainty. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಭಯದ ನಡುವೆ 2 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 8ನೇ ತರಗತಿ ಮತ್ತು 9ನೇ ತರಗತಿ 8th and 9th standard has gone with online classes. The basics of science and maths are not in our hands, but we are preparing you people for the final examination. Already the board has announced March 28th the final examination is going to begin. On behalf of Shakthi Education Trust, on behalf of Shakthi Pre-University College, I welcome all of you to this unique session which deals with how to be prepared for final examination and how to choose your paths after 10 standards. Dear students, let me begin with what are the things you have to get ready with. What are the things you have to look at? ಹೇಗೆ 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ರೆಡಿಯಾಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Yes, say another 1.5 months more for the final examination and we are in a very critical stage. 30% portion is deleted with the 70% portion. How to get ready into the 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks and 5 mark questions. It is very clear. Let me begin with mathematics first. Maths alli ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ final exam question paper ಗೆ prepare ಆಗಬೇಕು. If you want to note down, you can note down, or else if you want to hear directly, keep these things in your mind. Make a rule of 50 plus 30. 50 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರುವ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಯಾವುದು, 30 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ನ ಉಳಿದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೌ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ 50 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ and 30 marks questions which are of statement kind and application types. Let me start telling one by one. Be prepared for this. A theorem of 4 marks or 5 marks. ಕಳೆದ ವರ್ಷದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, the before last year's question paper, if you want to check, there is Pythagoras theorem for 5 marks. There is a chance even Thales theorem can be asked for 5 marks. And the question is, if at all 5 mark question is not theorem, 5 ಅಂಕದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? I say 5 mark question is not theorem, then absolutely you need to be prepared for 2 questions. One is surface areas and volumes. If not that, application of trigonometry. Application of trigonometry or surface areas of volumes. Say lateral surface area, total surface area, volume of sphere, solid or cylinder or cone or anything for that particular sake. I say this is the preparation what you do for 5 marks. 5 ಮಾರ್ಕಿನ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ನೀವು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಥಿಯರಮ್. ಫಾರ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಸೇಕ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ 99% Thales theorem or Pythagoras theorem will be appearing for your final examination. Let's get back to 4 mark questions. 4 ಅಂಕದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. I say 4 mark questions beginning with graph. Start doing the graph. Linear equation graph. Pair of linear equations, one graph is mandatory for 4 marks. I say there is a construction. There are 3 constructions which you have. ಒಂದು 2 ಅಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು 3 ಅಥವಾ 4 ಅಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳುವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ you have to be ready for this. I say there is another chance that arithmetic progression question will be asked for 4 marks. 4 ಅಂಕದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ arithmetic progression ಪಾಠದಿಂದ you can get questions based on SN or AN. Very sure this will be our statement problem. And one more question which you always be prepared. I say theorem, construction, graph are going to save you for the 50 marks that you can get from the final examination. So in between this, you have to have 2 concepts in your mind. One is quadratic equation and one more is pair of linear equation. Pair of linear equation ಇಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳುವಂತಹ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಥವಾ quadratic equation ಪಾಠದಿಂದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್, ಏಜ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ or ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್, ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು 4 ಅಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳುವಂತಹ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. Be prepared to face those questions. Let's get back to 3 marks. Sir, how to get 3 mark questions easily? I say there is one theorem which is mandatory for 3 marks. Circles in the 2 theorem ide. Say one theorem states that radius is always perpendicular to the tangent. Another theorem states that the tangents drawn from the external points are always equal. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು theorem final exam ಗೆ ಪಕ್ಕ. Out of two, one is mandatory for your final examination. 3 marks are in your pocket. I say study the chapter statistics for 3 marks first. There is median, there is mean, there is OGIF, which will be asked for the final examination. 3 plus 3 is the possibility, or you can get statistics for 2 marks also. The statistics chapter is going to be very, very important just because statistics chapter is the one which gives you the easy marks, easy points. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪಾಠದಿಂದ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಎದುರಿಸಿ 2 ಅಥವಾ 3 ಅಂಕವನ್ನ ನೀವು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಗಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು. ಬಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್. I say quadratic equation chapter, you will have one particular question for 2 marks, either factorization or quadratic formula. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the quadratic equation. ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಅಂಕದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a is the formula for which you have to be prepared. 2 ಅಂಕದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ mandatory. If not this, then there is delta, which is discriminant. Discriminant ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? b square minus 4ac. Discriminant ನ ಮೂಲಕ nature of the roots. If the nature of the roots are imaginary or real, you have to decide. Based on which you say real and equal, real and unequal, or we say roots are imaginary. One question you can expect for this. Dear students, next you have to shift back your complete knowledge to the chapter called as coordinate geometry. There is distance formula, there is area of triangles, based on which you will get one question for 2 marks. 2 ಅಂಕದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಿಂದ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಬರೀ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕಲ್ತ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, just substitute the things into it, you will get 2 marks, one question from that particular chapter. Dear students, along with which we say preparing for 50 marks is not difficult. Immediately prepare for 50 marks. How to get the rest of the 30 marks? You have to pinpointedly work on trigonometry chapter. You have to work on arithmetic progression chapter. You should be very, very clear about application of trigonometry. Application of trigonometry chapter has various problems, statement problems. Pair of linear equation has various problems, statement problems. And then surface areas and volumes. There is a problem of canal. We say water is flowing out of the canal and it fills into the particular area. What is the area segregated, or the height up to which the water is flowing? These kind of questions are very, very important. There is a cylinder which is full of ice cream. The ice cream in the cylinder should be poured into a cone along with the hemisphere. We should know that the particular number of cones that are supposed to be prepared from this is very, very important question. Conversion of one solid into the other is the one which you all have to worry about. And then surface areas and volumes become very easy. Trigonometry chapter is very, very important because there are 2 particular questions which can be asked for 2 marks. Be prepared to face those 2 questions, because the 2 questions that you get will give you 50 marks package along with the application type of questions which are in the proofs. 3 marks proofs. In the upcoming videos, we will surely send you the videos of what questions and how to solve the problems will also be taught to you. Coming to the physics and chemistry part of science, very, very important chapters are here. If you expect a 4-mark question in chemistry, what are the questions that you can expect? If you expect a 3-mark question, what chapter can you expect? I say metals and non-metals, or acid, bases and salts are the 2 chapters from which you can expect a 4-mark question. Where there are electro series, I say the series of elements based on the reactivity. I say there are reactions based on acids and bases. I say there are indicators part which should be very, very clear. The salts part is very, very important. The preparation of the salt, maybe bleaching powder, maybe sodium carbonate, maybe sodium bicarbonate, or say plaster of Paris is very, very important. Study the preparation of this and the uses galanna final exam galige keltare, which easily you can get the marks. There are differences that can be asked. There is a difference of motor, and there is a difference of motor and generator. There is a difference of different concepts what you get into the textbook. There are laws which you will get Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule, thumb rule, periodic law, I can say modern periodic law, I can say Mendeleev's periodic law. Lawಗಳನ್ನ list ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. List all these laws. 1 mark and 2 marks, you'll surely get these laws to be understanding. So along with which, I would like to give some specific importance to physics topics, that is electricity chapter. Electricity chapter and refraction and reflection chapter are the very two important chapters, because from these two chapters there are problems that can be asked, numericals that will be asked. What are the numericals you can expect? I say electricity chapter, you have resistors in series, resistors in parallel. One question you can expect from this. The two major questions which you can expect as a theory from this chapter is Ohm's law and its limitations, Joule's law of heating and its mathematical expression. These are the 2 points you have to always keep in your mind. And I say there is a resistance topic which deals with what are the factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends on. I say there are 4 points to study under this. Please study those points. You will get 2 marks without wasting much of your time. So along with this, I say the chemistry, very important chapter, is periodic classification of elements. Why 18th group elements are called as noble gases? Why 18th group elements are called as inert gases? Why 17th group elements are called halogens? I say these are the important questions which can be asked. Atomic size along the period, what will happen? Decreases. Atomic size down the group increases. What are the reasons? Metals are on the left side of the periodic table. Non-metals are on the right side of the periodic table. In between there are metalloids. What are metalloids? What are the names, or what are the elements which are called as metalloids? Be very careful about this. Metallic property from left to right decreases. Metallic property from top to bottom increases. What are the reasons? Which is the most electronegative element in the periodic table is very, very important question. Electronegativity from left to right, electronegativity from top to bottom. What will happen to the periodicity? We are going to tell you how to be prepared for all these questions and be ready to face these in the final examinations in the upcoming videos. My dear students, along with which there is Mendeleev's achievement, Mendeleev's periodicity, the law, as well as why did Mendeleev fail to construct the modern periodic table. The questions can be asked on this way. I say this is very, very important. Carbon and its compounds chapter is also having equal importance, but the half chapter is deleted, so only the structures part you have to be very clear. What is catenation? What is tetravalency of carbon? What are the structures you have to study? If you ask me, I'll say alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, along with the functional group and homologous series. Take this point, functional groups. What are functional groups? You may be having amines, you may be having alcohols, you may be having carboxylic acids, you may be having ketones, you may be having alcohols, and then aldehydes are also very important. Why these functional groups? What are the importance of functional groups? How do you name them? Nomenclature of these functional groups can be asked for 1 or 2 marks. Be very much sure about this. And finally, there is homologous series, which is a sure question for final examination. Homologous series is a series which differs by CH2 group. This is what you need to study, and with this I say science is also not difficult. It is very, very easy. Start practicing the diagrams. If you want the diagrams list, consult me. Surely we'll send you the diagrams list, what should be studied for final examination. There are 25 diagrams for this year, which you will get 16 marks. 25 ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಸಲ ನಿಗದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 16 ಅಂಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುದು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. You will surely get those 16 marks without wasting a single minute. Start practicing them. Your marks are in your hands. Dear students, already I spoke much about how to be prepared for final exams. Let me take another 5 minutes or 10 minutes to tell you how to streamline yourself. Nanik science tagolbeku. Why should I take science? I want to go to commerce. Why should I go to commerce? How do I select? The criteria is not marks. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ತಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, 95% ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್. It is not. The interest what you have, ಯಾವ interest and what subject knowledge do you have? Marks are not important to select science or commerce. What is important is your willingness and the ability to study. There are most of the students who get just 80% in 10th standard, but they when clear their second PUC, they are toppers, 99 percentage they score because of the interest that they develop in science. Yes, being the principal of Shakthi Pre-University College, I welcome all of you to Shakthi Pre-University College. We are here behind the students of science and commerce. Yes, what is happening here in science? Why should we say take science and what are the ambitions? If you are interested in physics, chemistry, and biology, obviously you will select your stream as NEET examination. Yes, NEET examination is the eligibility examination from the national level to prepare yourself and get into the seat of MBBS. Maybe you want to be an Ayurvedic doctor, you want to be a homeopathic doctor, you want to be a allopathy, you want to be naturopathy, or you want to be a general medicine doctor. You have to go to MBBS. I say NEET examination is mandatory. From the first day a student enter into our college, we start dealing with the student. What are the ways the student has to be prepared to face the final NEET examination? The coaching faculty what we have, the external facilities what we have, the infrastructure what we have is supporting the child to make the laboratory equipments, to make the coaching facilities fantastic. Yes, the total infrastructure and total coaching patterns what we have will make the student to feel very flexible, adjust with the situations and study practically and make the things very, very clear. Yes, that means the J facilities what we have with physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Most of the students entering into the technical field will be looking for NATA, JE, or NDA, and finally CET. Common entrance examination conducted by Karnataka State or joint entrance examination conducted by the national government are the main events what a student is looking for to get into the technical field. Maybe marine engineering, maybe aeronautical, maybe automobiles, maybe mechanical, maybe civil, maybe chemical, or say maybe any of the engineering courses. You need to be very good in facing the entrance examinations like CET, JE, NATA, or NDA, the Defense Academy examination. The aptitude level, what you should have, we will train you for aptitude classes. The drawing subject, what you require for NATA, we have the specialized faculties for that, which means the science section is very much stronger in us. You can always opt us. Coming to the commerce sections, preparing for CA foundations is very important if you want to be a CA, chartered accountant. Preparing for CS, company secretary, you need to be prepared for CS foundation examinations. Yes, national law universities will be providing you the CLAT examinations, common law admission test, which you need to write and clear it off to get into the NLUs, national law universities. You will be branded as a lawyer when you come out of NLUs. Preparing for this, getting into these facilities is very important, along with the additional facilities the college has. I say it is sports facility, say the team of football, say the proud team of Kabaddi of Shakti is making the name in the state level. The volleyball team, the swimming pool what we have, the swimming coaches what we have, the basketball team what we have, the extracurricular subjects that we have for the school and college sections, say maybe singing, say maybe dance, etc., are making the child to grow overall. I say the overall growth of the child is very, very important on behalf of the management. Not only education, but the curriculum, which is decided by the department, as well as extra facilities that should be given to the student, should make the child to feel comfortable in the hostels who are coming and staying with us. Yes, along with the academics, the overall development is our goal. Education is power. So I hereby announce, as a principal of Shakthi Pre-University College, the admissions are open. You can always get into the admission process, make the admission. That is why this session is arranged. I will be very much clear about this. Take the advantage of all the coaching faculties and take the advantage of all the hostel facilities. Come, get into the process of admission, make the admission. We are here to train you for 10 standards. ಏನೇ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ನ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು, 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರು, ಅವರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಅವರ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಟೀಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಔಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. Science and maths recorded classes will be sent to the students who are interested to come into the process of admissions. I think with this, I'll wind up the session. If there is any questions, please put it in the chat box. Thank you, everyone.